But those weren't fulfilled because of his circumstances, things that were handed to him. That was fulfilled because every day he woke up and made a choice that he was going to do something in some way, shape, or form to get better. This morning, after the first part of the workout, we talked about why our circumstances do not determine our game. What's it about?
Choices.
It's about the little choices, those little seemingly insignificant choices that you make. Back in 2006, I walked into a junior college in Marshfield for the first tryouts that we ever had for a program called Wisconsin Playmakers. It was something I started out of my college apartment really for one reason. I wanted to help kids that had big dreams achieve big dreams. That was the only reason that I really started. Obviously, I love the game, but it was about helping somebody and providing them with the resources that they needed in order to achieve some huge dream. And when I walked into the gym, there was a kid that immediately caught my eye. He was handling the basketball like a kid who was in college that had put in tons and tons of work just to get to that level. I mean, he was snapping it back and forth, and he just had the ball on a string. The other thing that caught my attention about this kid was that he had laser-like focus. Whenever I was talking, his eyes were just locked on me. His attention and his energy were always right in the moment. You know, he was showing up with a massive amount of presence. And at the end of the workout, he beat a drill in 53 seconds, a three-point drill in 53 seconds that NBA players were allotted 90 seconds to beat. Back in 2006, Matt Thomas was just a kid with a dream. And a few months ago, he signed a 3-year, $4.2 million deal with the Toronto Raptors. Just a few months after I'd met him, his dad committed suicide. And then in 10th grade, he had a guy who had stepped in as a father figure in his life that drowned in a boating accident. And then after his sophomore year in college, he got arrested for an OWI, which that in and of itself would have been hard to deal with, but it was also tied to the fact that his dad was an alcoholic. And then after an pretty much average career at Iowa State, he ended up playing for the Lakers in Summer League. Played incredibly well. In the championship game with the Lakers won, he went 5 for 5 from the three-point line, scored 23 points, and had no guaranteed offers come through from any NBA teams. So he went to Spain, played on a rookie contract, had a great year, still nothing from the NBA. Went back again, played another year in the top league in Spain. And then the Toronto Raptors came and they offered him a deal. But it didn't come immediately. It came after he had to persist through a massive amount of adversity. And the only way to persist through a massive amount of adversity is to do what you love and fall in love with the process. It's the only way that you're going to be able to do it. You have to love it. You have to love the process. You have to love the work for yourself, not because somebody else wants you to do it. But at the end of the day, it came down to Matt making little choices every day. What he let into his mind, what he let into his body, his nutrition, what he read, what he watched, what he listened to, the people that he surrounded himself with, the environment that he put himself in, everything that affected his thinking, the little choices that he would make. all added up and gave him that little edge, that little opportunity to give him a chance to have his dreams fulfilled. But those weren't fulfilled because of his circumstances, things that were handed to him. That was fulfilled because every day he woke up and made a choice that he was going to do something in some way, shape, or form to get better. Something to move the needle just a little bit on his dreams. So just like we talked about this morning, when you wake up in the morning, what choice are you going to make? Are you going to choose to get better? Or are you going to choose to stay where you're at? Because every morning you wake up, you are making a choice. A choice not to work out, not to work on your game, not to do the 20-minute workout that we showed you this morning is also a choice. There are no neutral choices. There's no in-between. So I talked about your thoughts earlier. There are no neutral thoughts. We have empowering thoughts or we have limiting thoughts. And we choose which ones we give energy to, we put our attention towards. But it starts with a choice.